quiet enough by turning all the fans off. And then she does laundry right when I'm trying to shoot the show. What am I gonna say? Hey, turn the fucking laundry off so I can film my stupid show.
Yeah, you can't really do that.
All right, I'm good when you are.
I'm good when you are.
All right. Welcome to I'd sell this show in a second. Imagine next week the show is called Bud Light Live presents Best of the Week on Craigslist. Enjoy responsibly. Best of the Week on Craigslist. We'll see if that pans out correctly.
If there's any sponsors out there, yeah, throw some money our way. We'll put your logo on the front of the show.
Oh, 100%. How's everyone doing, guys? We're live.
We're remote again. Probably going to be doing a little bit more of this. We'll see.
Whatever, man. Who cares? It's fine.
It all works, right?
Yeah. So.
Jump right into it?
Jump right into it, bud.
All right. Jumping right into it. First best of the week this week. Big and heavy, but cool nonetheless. 82 Fender Twin Reverb 2 out of Cambridge for $850. Twin reverbs are awesome, but they're big and heavy, and sometimes not always the most fun things to lug around. However, this one I wanted to highlight because I think it's particularly cool. This is in the Rivera era of Fender amps, early 80s. Where they had the 2 series of amps. They had Twin Reverb 2, Princeton Reverb 2, Deluxe Reverb 2. They were kind of slightly different than some of the other amps that Fender was putting out. They had a few more features. They mostly had master volumes. They did have some additional boost features and whatnot. However, all that stuff aside, this was the last run of production Fender amps that was hand-wired before they went to all PCB boards. So, kind of sleeper amps. They do sound really good, and they're generally pretty affordable. So if you're looking for a hand-wired amp out there, check out the Fender 2 series, and this Twin Reverb's a good example of that.
Yeah, great pick, man. Twin Reverbs, you might get a lot of shit for them sometimes, but they're wonderful amps, man. They're loud as hell. You can mod them out differently. You can take a speaker out, not 212s, burning down the house. And they go great with, boost pedals and stuff like that.
Yeah, twins are nothing bad to say about a twin.
Nothing bad to say about a twin. Great pick.
Except they're heavy as hell.
Yeah, sure are, man. But everyone needs the workout, though. So we've got a Gibson L1 arch top out of Leominster for $2,000. This is a 1915 Gibson. That guy in Leominster who sells those crazy nice acoustics?
Oh yeah, I saw this one.
Yeah. Oh man, talk about just wasting $2,000 real quick to have a 1915 Gibson. Hello. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't call that wasting. I would be happy to give away $2,000 for a 1915.
Oh God. And this guy out of Leominster, he's no joke. If you've seen his stuff, guy sells top-notch acoustics typically, and some electrics too. Taylors, Martins, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, really nice stuff. Definitely worth checking out. And a round hole acoustic arch top. You don't see those every day either. Mostly everything you're going to see is going to have F holes there. So. Yeah.
So, all right. That's of course that gets a pick for it.
Cool. Yeah. Next one I got out of Northborough, Mass. Gentleman looks like he's selling a lot of open box pedals, but he's got a JHS Morning Glory for $163.
This guy's got a bunch of cool stuff up on Craigslist.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. He's got a bunch of cool stuff. And it all appears to be in essentially brand new condition with boxes and everything. A little bit less than what you pay for it brand new. But a JHS Morning Glory, that's a awesome blues breaker based overdrive pedal. I've been using one of those for years. That one, it makes its way, onto my board, then off, but it always comes back on. I always keep going back to it. It's a really, really awesome pedal, so definitely worth checking those out.
Yeah. And this guy in particular, you can tell he goddamn cares because he has nice pictures. He even puts out some red fuzzy stuff. Someone who takes a nice picture of something, it's probably in the condition they say it's in. So it's an obvious for me.
Yeah, this one, it did, again, no Velcro on the back. It didn't even have the rubber feet on the back of it, so you know what I mean? This thing's probably brand new out of the box. So
good for this guy. All right. Out of East Greenwich, Connecticut, for $275, there's a 1970s Fender bass band. This is a silver-faced bass man. Super simple. It'll do a couple good things for you. It might be a little scratchy for $275, but hey, everyone knows my motto, man. Put a couple hundred into it, and you just have a great, loud, beefy amp.
Yeah, hard to go wrong.
Awesome.
Yeah, I would absolutely recommend if somebody's in the market for something like that, go after that amp at that price for sure.
No, $275. I mean, that's just like, hey, no, it's not perfect, but it's pretty cheap.
Yeah.
And how could it be more fair?
Yeah.
So.
Actually, kind of along those same lines, for $300 out of the Worcester area, I found a Marshall JCM 2000 DSL 201 by 12 combo. This is not one of the newer ones. This is one of the probably 20 or so years old, made in England models. The guy said this one needs a speaker and has a couple scratchy pots, but you know what? For $300, throw a nice Celestion in it, get some electronics cleaner, spray out the pots, and you're probably in business.
Yeah.
I have a JCM 2000, DSL series amp. These things are great, you know what I mean? You get pretty good clean tones, you get pretty good crunch tones. They're really nice all-around amps, and this one, typically you see them there ahead, you know what I mean? This one in a nice 1x12, 20-watt combo. Come on, that's perfect, so.
Yeah, of course, why not? Last one I have for Best of the Week is this one's a little different, right? It's a Fenzel amp head, right? So 5E1SS, that's the model number. It's 350 out of Sturbridge. So just checking out Frenzel really quick. They're I think they're out of Dallas, Texas. Handmade in America. Something different, man. Looks cool. Probably not your main amp, probably not your favorite amp, but if you got an itch to spend under $400 on a hand-wired boutique amp head, not a bad gig. And the guy out of Sturbridge, I think he's selling a bunch of cool amps.
Cool, definitely worth checking out.
Yeah.
That same guy that had the Bad Cat on there?
I think so.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. All right, last one, last Best of the Week for me. So this one's kind of a doozy, right? So this is, I love hardtail Strats. I'm always searching for a good, mid-70s era Strat. I've owned a couple, they haven't worked out, so you know what I mean? They've been gone pretty quickly. Yeah. But here on Craigslist in the same week, for the same price, there are two different 74 hardtail Strats, both sunburst, both with maple fretboards, both for $3,200 a piece. What are the chances that would happen? So one of them looks pretty clean, a couple little finish issues and whatnot, but very clean overall. The other one looks to have been played a hell of a lot more, and says it's all original except for being refretted. 74, seems like a pretty good year for me. It's kind of right in the middle. They still have the staggered pole pieces. I just thought what a freaking coincidence, to see two 74 hardtail Strats for the same price, both for sale at the same time on Craigslist. So those are definitely two different Strats worth checking out there.
The Stratocaster Craigslist unicorn.
Oh yeah, there you go, perfect.
All right, so the world is crazy right now. It's people aren't going to guitar stores as much as they used to, and for good reason. But recently, I went out to a Guitar Center in Millbury. A very quick review of it. As you may expect, it was terrible. That are pre-pandemic sells music gear. Just not my favorite.
Beginner and intermediate level stuff. Hopefully they.
I want to say it's so bad.
He's a solid dude. Is trying.
What are you gonna do? So yeah, that's my restore review for.
There you go. I will not be doing any store reviews right now because I don't go to stores. I work and I come home and that's it. So kind of cool thing that we wanted to highlight. We've been talking about different things we can do for the show, and every now and then highlighting a piece of gear that you don't see come up all that often. And maybe people should take a look at. So I've got the shiniest overdrive pedal that I own right here. This is a DoD Looking Glass. These were designed by Shoe Pedals in Connecticut, manufactured by DoD. And this is a really, really solid overdrive pedal for not a whole lot of money. Kind of the thing that I really, really like about this pedal in particular is one, it doesn't color the sound a ton. It's got a low gain and a high gain switch here. So low gain is kind of where I live, but it does have that higher gain, more harmonically rich option to it. It's got an input filter here, which is kind of an additional tone shaping feature for it. And it's got a bass control and a treble control. So the bass control is a bass cut, and that's pre-overdrive circuit, and the treble is a treble control that's post-overdrive circuit. So it really helps you fine-tune and dial in the sound that you're looking for. So if anybody's looking for a solid overdrive pedal, I would highly recommend checking out one of these. They cover a lot of ground. And also just the fact that it's designed by Shoe Pedals here in Connecticut, who we're actually going to be speaking to very soon. So
I got you, Shoe Pedals. I got you on the books for next week for an interview.
Yeah, so stay tuned for that. But try and support this stuff. So.
Yeah, hell yeah. All right, so there is a worst of the week this week, but before that, I have got some, if you saw our interview last week with Nate Lord from Lord Guitars, he sent me a bunch of stickers. I've already used a couple. If you want to get one of the stickers, just, ask for one, right? Just send an email through or whatever and say, hey, I'll take one of those stickers, and then I'll just, I'll put a stamp on it, just like this, and just put it in the mail for you. So I got a couple extra ones if you want to spread them out. So,
and again, thank you, Nate, for talking. That was a good interview.
Thank you very much, Nate. On to worst of the week. Where'd I put it? Here it is. Okay, so out of Gardner, Mass. If anyone's seen posts from Gardner, it's the same guy. He does a couple different things. He actually has some really, really cool stuff. He's got 2 Gibson Explorers, a white and a black one. I don't know if you've seen that, but that white fucking Gibson Explorer, oh my god, I want to buy that so bad. Yep. I had one in a former life, and one of my buddies just kept making fun of me for it. So I sold it off, and it's such a big regret of mine. It's a top 2 regret, I think. Top 3.
Someday you get an Explorer and I'll get a Flying V and we can jam together.
Oh, hell yeah. But back to worst of the week. He has an acrylic deep blue LED P bass. So it's acrylic body. You see it. It's got the LEDs, which is fucking insane. I don't know. That's insane for $450. Yeah, your worst of the week. You're still pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I would buy it, but
yeah, I'm kind of thinking under the right circumstances, that might be an impulse buy on my end. But
bump it down to $350 and I'll buy it. But I bet it even sounds good too. Either way, so for this week, we did an interview with Gillander Guitars out of Walpole, Mass. This guy who builds guitars on the side, really nice handmade flat top Martin style steel string guitars. Awesome. We had him just tell us everything about what he does. So check that out. That's coming up soon.
Yeah, I will say that I had the opportunity to see some of his guitars in person at a guitar show and kind of speak with him briefly. And from what I saw, really nice stuff. So if you're looking for an acoustic guitar that you don't want something off the shelf somewhere, check out a guy like this, and definitely worth looking into. Nice stuff.
Oh yeah, the guy even builds custom stuff too. You mean to whatever specs you want. So he's a hero of Massachusetts in our eyes.
Absolutely.
All right, that's all I got, right?
That's all I got.
Yep. Okay.
All right. That's it. Thank you, Craigslist.
All right. Thanks very much, Craigslist. All right.